But, whenever I ask other people in the industry, I'm like, what is that military business? Is that a legit business?
A lady sitting in the massage chair, and all the men were like, oh.
You are listening to the ShopSalonCity Podcast, a series created for those in the beauty and salon industry, from new owners to veterans. Join us as we interview different salon owners and discuss their challenges, stories, and motivations. Today, our special guest, Phil, interviews Tom Lee, the CEO of Luraco Health and Beauty, LLC. I hope you enjoy.
All right. This is Philip from ShopSalonCity, and today I have Tom and Robin Rediker from Luraco, and we want to hear about the Luraco story. So I've known Tom for quite some time now.
That's right.
But what I realized is that I've never heard your story. And so did a little bit of research, and where I kind of want to start off with this is I know Luraco started in 2005.
Correct.
But I want to go back to 1995 when you and your whole family came with your siblings, 5 of them, I believe, and $200. Start from there.
Yes, our family came to U.S. in 1995, less than $200 in the pocket, and I just have a 2 set of clothes,
You said gloves.
clothes, that's all. And a guitar, okay, because, okay, and that we start our life, new life with all those. And of course that I, work anything that can make even few dollars per hour, we still, work. And my dad, my brother work at daytime, clean up at the night, and, try. And also, you don't know that we work and then we save money, and then we have to pay back for the relative in Vietnam when we have to borrow the money from them in order to spend for the whole family back and forth transportation and do all kind of process through the immigration process to get here. Okay. Yeah, it's the fee, interview fee, a lot of fees. Okay, and then we came here, start a new life from 1995. And
Can I ask, 95, how old were you? Because you're the oldest out of 5, right?
Yeah, 25 years old. 25 with a very poor English, poor English, okay? Let me give you an example. At that time, I still very confused, lane and line. Which one is line, which one is lane. Exit and enter. When I go to the shopping mall or even Kroger, Walmart, when I hit the door, I have to stand a little bit thinking, okay, exit or exit out, enter in. So get into the right door. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But why Dallas or why Arlington?
Great question. Because my relative, my father relative, he came here first. That's why, when we about to go here, and then the government asked, okay, do you have any relative anywhere? At least they can, come to the airport and pick you up and help you to lease a space, rent a house, something like that. And then we have a relative here. That's why we, came to Dallas.
Okay. And so both your parents came?
Yes.
Okay.
My parents and I have 5 brothers and sisters. Okay. 4 brothers, 1 sister.
So I have Hui, who is Kevin.
He is Kevin, correct.
Right? And then Khan
correct.
is your sister.
My sister.
And then Hugh is your brother.
Correct.
Okay, and then you have another brother?
Another brother. Is Hian. Okay. Hian is now Danny. And Hugh is Brian. Okay. And Hui is Kevin. Yeah.
Okay.
You did the homework. Yeah, good. Well.
Actually, I know you started in 95 when they arrived here, but the backstory between that is very interesting. And I just, when I first heard it, I was just amazed.
Okay.
So
Do you want to share a little bit of that?
Can I?
Yeah,
Please.
yes,
Do you
please.
mind?
Yeah, sure.
So during the Vietnam War,
Okay.
Tom's father fought alongside, was with the United States in the battles,
Yeah, that's right.
and was pretty high ranking, wasn't he? And when the United States pulled out of Vietnam, Tom's father was captured
Okay.
and was put into a
Prison camp.
Yeah.
education camp.
Prison camp, you're right.
Sorry.
But it was basically a prison camp, and was up in the mountains.
Yeah.
The lot?
Da Nang. Yeah, in Da Nang. Yeah, yeah.
For 6 years.
7 years.
7 years. So Tom basically became the senior father of the family, while his father was up in the mountains
Okay.
at the re-education camp. And when he was finally released, that's when the United States said, "You served alongside our troops. We want to bring you and your family over to the United States."
Okay.
So that was how 1995 came about, coming to the United States.
Yeah.
And I read that, when you visited your father, you had to, whether you brought him lunch or I'm not sure what else, that they had to inspect that you weren't sliding any messages. You had to sit behind, I'm not sure, a bar. For my generation, I can never relate. I can hear it. And so could you elaborate a little bit more about just your experience and to a younger generation that has never gone through war and only seen war on TV? And if you could share a little bit about that.
Yeah, of course, when during the Vietnam War, I was young, but of course, I still remember that we, moving a lot, running a lot, we hear the bomb from here and we run the other side, and the bomb over there, we run back, crazy. I was still like 4 or 5 years old when but I still remember some. And then now, when you think about it, and the people, young generation, never involving with the war at all.
We see it on TV.
Yeah, you're right. See on TV, correct. But of course, when you in there, that's tough, very tough. And we had a tough, very tough. And right after the war, and then, that my mom take care of 4 kids. And my dad, we don't know where my dad. We don't know where the father is, because took us long time to find where my dad is, because they took him and far away from city in the mountain, and then my.
Did you know he was in the mountain, or you didn't know?
I didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah, just one night that they call, whoever served the U.S. military, U.S. government, come and see us. We discuss something about, and then from that point he gone. Okay. And then we don't know where he was.
That's when they took him away.
Yeah, took him away. And then my mom have she pregnant the Brian Hill. Yeah, Hill. Okay. Brian, the 4th one. And then of course after that, and Hill born without dad, and then I was the oldest son. Tough. Yeah.
So, and you say you were around 5?
Yeah, around 5.
Okay.
5 to 6.
So my oldest son is 5.
Okay.
And so, I got to ask, because I can't imagine, if he's 5 years old now and he's hearing bombs, is he scared? Does he know what's going on? Or is he numb because it's every day, so you just continue to do what you do? Were you numb, or were you scared every time it went off, or did you know what was going on?
Yeah, back to that, I just remember that, okay, my mom and my relative, okay, and take me run, and all because I think 4 or 5 years old, we did not really understand much about, how to save my life, or, what, we just saw people, die or something and just run, so I, can imagine, but now if I a little bit older than that, I think that I remember then, or then I imagine, or I understand better. But at that time, it's crazy, But of course, I grew up in the middle of Vietnam, called Quang Tri. Yeah, Quang Tri, next to Hue City. Yeah, it's the poor state of Vietnam. Okay. So it's also it impact our life. That's why when we came to USA, we see that this is a huge opportunity for us to grow. That's why we have an opportunity to change our life.
When did you realize it was an opportunity?
Oh yes, of course. When I came, of course, before that, I learned from my dad, because my dad, he worked with the American soldier. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he already shared with us that the U.S. is a great country, and how he know. Yeah, so he shared us this is dream country, dream country. Especially in Vietnam, they always talk about the history of your family. If my father have a bad history to them, my father is a bad person. Okay. A bad person. Okay. You born in Vietnam, you don't support the country, you support the USA, you support somebody to fight communists. Okay. You bad. Okay. And when my father bad, I don't, I'm also the bad person. Okay. And my son also the bad person. Mm-hmm. You already know it go, like that. Okay. And not like in USA, it's different. Your father doing bad thing doesn't mean that you also the bad person. Okay. No, but in Vietnam, that's why they reveal the history of the family. Whenever you do, they reveal the history. If your father is not doing good, okay, you related. Okay. You take part of responsibility of what your father do. Okay.
But it's not like that now. This is just back then.
Oh, still now, of course, now it's better. Okay. Better than before. Okay. Yeah, and also where you live also important. If I live in Saigon, much better, but I live close to north side. Okay. The people thinking different. Okay. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. So from 95, or when you're 25, your family's here, how did you go from there to Luraco?
Yeah. Okay. Good. When we came to US 1995, after 1 year, we do all kind of things. I do construction. I do work at save 2 jobs, and night and day, and then wait until I have green card after 12 months. After 12 months you live in the state, you got the green card. Yeah, the green card. And now you become that they call permanent residence. Yeah. And your tuition is now it's low. Otherwise they consider you are out-state or international student something. You pay a lot. And after 1 year, work and study ESL English at night, and weekend study English. And after 1 year, I returned to the college. Okay. And then study, and then 5 years later, in summer 2000, I graduate with master in electrical engineering. At UTA.
Okay. So did you wait to go to school after you received your green card? Was that the reason why you waited? Because it would be cheaper?
Cheaper, because, and of course you first year when you came, you got nothing. You work hard, try to get the money, and buy a car, and that's why it's the perfect time. Perfect time. First year, whole family member work hard, get save money, buy car, and buy the house or something like that, deposit to get the house, and after that, all the brother, back to the school.
Well, you had said even when in Vietnam that the education was very important to both parents, by both your parents, that they
Correct.
had to have a good education.
Yes, my parents, they are very smart. They both, and they always teach us like, hey son and daughter, only one way you can change your life is education, because I have a bad reputation, I have a bad history, I'm the enemy, and because he know that, it's only one way to change your life is education. That's why he always teach us like that. That's why, when we came here and said, the country is open. Huge opportunity for us here. We can go to the college and then we transfer to the university. Oh, wow. And then all of us, and if you don't mind, I will share you 5 years later, in 2000, I got the master in electrical engineering. My brother, Kevin Huey, he 6 years later, he got the master, and then 10 years, he got the PhD in electrical engineering too. And my my other brother, Brian Healy, after 6 years living in U.S., he got a master in computer science. And my youngest brother, the one that born after my father released from the re-education camp, and now he got he's a cardiologist.
Okay.
Yeah. So so you can see that all of us doing well at the school. I'm humble to say that, but.
Why double E? Was that more of your decision, or was that your parents' decision, as in for education, you go for a doctor or electrical engineer?
Okay, that's right. You know that because my strength is like I have a mathematic talent.
Okay.
And and then when I came here and I asked several of my friends, and I said, hey, if you're good in math, you better go in with electrical engineering. Because electrical engineering require a lot of math, and at that time, technology, back to 1995, technology changing a lot, and they say that, if you got a degree in electrical engineering, you can work on software engineering because you're learning C and C++ and the coding. But if you go into computer science, you only focus on the software, you don't know much about the hardware. That's why I said, that's good. So let me study in electrical engineering, because you study in electrical engineering, you know both hardware and software. You know how to design, you know circuit design, and you also can write the code for it. But if you work on the computer science, you don't know much about the hardware side. That's why I picked the electrical engineering.
Okay. And also at that time with Microsoft Windows, it used to be hardware before, and then that was the shift to software?
What year are you talking
95.
about? 95 still?
Yeah, and I think that time is a big transition between Windows NT to Windows NT to Windows, what is that? Vista and something like
Vista.
that.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
yeah, even before 7, yeah. But that's a transition. But that time we have window NT, I think.
Okay. So that's why you decided to go into double E.
Correct. And I took advice from my friend, who lived here before me. And then they said, oh, you better study that, electrical engineering, easy to get job at that time. And indeed, electrical engineering, after graduated, they got a job right away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
Kevin go EE because that you went EE?
Not sure, but we both. We both study EEE. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I guess right after you graduated, did you go straight to Nokia or did you go?
Straight to Nokia.
Straight to Nokia.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And you were there for
About 7 years.
7 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I started Nokia before I graduate MSEE.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, and then after graduate MSEE, that I start with Nokia in the production in Forward. But after I graduate master in EE, I moved to R&D in Irving. So I working there, continue working there. So about total 7 years.
Okay. So during that period, how did the idea of Luraco come to fruition? How did that come about?
You know why we start Luraco? You know, right?
Yeah, I'd like to hear it again.
Good, great. At that time, Nokia changed the strategy. They shut down the R&D in Irving, moved back to Finland. Yeah. One day that they call about 1,000 people, 1,000 employees, and then and they say, sorry, we have to, we close this R&D center, move back to Finland, and then I got laid off. And then
This is what year?
2005. 2005,
Okay.
yes. And then, of course, after that, I got a lot of offer from the same industry, because I work as a radio frequency design engineer, RF, and at that time, everything become wireless. Wireless mouse, wireless keyboard, everything wireless. So I easy to get a job. But however, that's the first time in my life that I involved in with layoff and something. And then I'm thinking I got a good job. I got a good offer from several companies. But I talked to Kevin. At that time, Kevin graduate. Yeah, okay. Kevin, my brother, he graduate. He got a PhD. He became the research scientist for the company in Forward. He teaching EE part-time at UTA. I said, Kevin, we should do something for us. We should do something for us, because if I got the new job, I don't know. Someday that I will be the same. I panicked. I said, oh, maybe we don't know. And the next 2 years, I got laid off again. We don't know.
Wait, you did get laid off?
Laid off from Nokia.
Right, so you got laid off.
First time in my life,
right?
2005.
Right.
And then I got the offer, and I start working right after layoff. However, I still cared. I still concerned that I don't know when I got the second layoff.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay. That's why I talked to Kevin.
Okay.
I said, Kevin, we should do something for us. For us, if we fail, we still better than first time when we came to U.S. We got nothing. Now we have an experience, we have a education, we have degree. It's much better. If we start to zero, we fail, shut down the business, we still have something. Better than the day, compared to the day we came to U.S. And Kevin said, yeah, I think we should. And then we formed Luraco Technologies. Yeah.
You said, or you guys agreed that you should, and you formed Luraco, but was there a product in mind? Or was there already a product?
why we formed Luraco Technologies, because right after I got laid off from Nokia, and I working for the company who also technology, Mustang technology with the short periods. Mustang technology, they write the research proposal, submit to the U.S. military and government, get the funding. And Kevin also working the same. Yeah.
Oh, he was already working? Oh, he worked at Mustang? He wasn't...
No, I work for Mustang, but Kevin worked for the company in Forward, in different company, but also provide the research for military and government. Okay. So at that time, both of us work in the same industry. Okay. That both company get the funding from government and then research and develop for government. Okay. And I say, okay, Kevin familiar with that, and I am a little bit familiar with. I worked in a short period for Mustang Technology right after Nokia, and then we started Luraco with the in mind is technology, and we write research proposal, submit to the military and government, and get the funding from them. That is the idea to start Luraco. Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, I never knew that. I mean, I've seen military, government, contracts, but whenever I ask other people in the industry, I'm like, what is that military business? Is that a legit business, or is that just marketing?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
What's amazing to me in your story is, you as the older brother were explaining to Kevin your idea of what you wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And Kevin was working at the time, had stability in his home and work life, and just gave it up to go to work with Tom to make Luraco.
That's right. And the tough for us is where the money come from. How you have money to start off the company. Mm-hmm. It's difficult because, and then Kevin, he, loan some money and, take a collateral, what they call collateral, or, your house, put your house.
Put your house up for collateral.
So, for collateral. Okay. Yeah. And, and then we get the money and form the company.
So how does that work, the process, when you do research and...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are several kinds of the research, several kinds. I know that some of the company, they just research and they turn in the research to the government or military and get the funding. The research is just the paperwork. But Luraco, we are a development company, and then from research to the actual the product, the prototype, final prototype before the production. Okay. From the idea, concept to the product. Okay. Yeah. So we when after you register with the military and follow the verification process to make sure that you meet all the requirements and standard, security, clearance, all of that. They make sure that you are you will do the right thing for the government, and especially with the government, with the military. Okay. And then one after you verify, and they release a topic that they need small company involved in and develop and improve. Yeah, for them. For example, our first project is we develop multi-sensor, intelligent multi-sensor for the Black Hawk and Apache. Yeah, Black Hawk and Apache developed for the, and they already use, however, the military, technology changing every day, every hour, and that's why it's still a lot of improvement. Okay. They think that the technology change can make a lot of improvement to the aircraft performance and safety also. That's why when we receive the list of the improvement that military need, and we filter out which one is your strengths and which your expertise in this. For example, in sensing, or in microelectronic, or or mechanical, electrical, or whatever. What is your field?
How long is this?
Oh yeah, long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over 100?
Oh yeah,
Different?
more than that. And then and you pick.
Okay.
And then few of them, and then you discuss again, and then you will pick one or two, and then you write the research proposal.
Okay.
How you solve the problem from the concept to the product, and then you submit to them, and then just wait. The waiting time is sometimes 6 months, or maybe longer than that. That's why after you submit the research proposal, what you do? You continue submit proposal, but you don't know when you will get one.
Okay.
And at that time we thinking, oh man, where the money? Where the money? Maybe 1 year, 12 months, you leave the space. You have to have business address. You have to build a server with everything in order to meet the military standard. Mm-hmm. You cannot know I work from garage, or I use my home as my office. You can't.
Okay.
Yeah, for government and military, you have to follow the guideline. Okay, and the server, you have to have several layers of the protection, something like that. And then now you're thinking where the money come from, how do you get the money to survive, to pay for the space, pay for the rent lease, something like that, for the rent. And then I have several friends also graduate from UTA. Now they own several nail salons. That's why. Oh, I say, hey, what in the nail industry that you think that technology company can involve and can help, can solve the issue? And they say, oh, you know what, Tom? The smell, chemical, very strong in the nail salon. We dive into that environment 8 to 10 hours per day, 6 to 7 days per week. Can you develop some product that can kill and can filter the chemical film and the chemical smell, film and all those in the nail salon? That's why. And we say, oh, okay. And we start the research. We see why the nail salon, now it's better. But at that time, back to 1995, when you open the door and you walk into the nail salon, the chemical very strong, the acetone, primer, liquid, and strong. And that's why we got first product we developed for nail industry called Chem Stop. A stop chemical film extractor. Yeah. And then very successful product, and then we sold a lot everywhere. Oh yeah.
I still see some of those in the nail salons.
Yeah. We sold a lot to, not only in USA, in Canada, in Australia, in Europe. Yeah.
Through distributor?
Through the distributor. Okay. And many of them want to exclusive in Europe, exclusive in Australia, and then that's why that's first product brought Luraco to the, beauty industry. And then
I had no idea.
Oh yeah.
I had no idea. I'm sorry. Can I ask what time frame was this? Chem Stop. Right, that's the name of the product, Chem Stop?
Yeah.
What year was this?
Around 97.
2007.
2007, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
2007.
Got it. And who was your first customer?
Okay.
You remember?
Yeah.
Or who's your first supply? Supply customer?
Okay. That is called in Seattle. Seattle, Washington, KO nail supply, or I know the owner, Miss Diep, D-E-P? Yeah, D-I-E-P. You may know her. Yeah.
What?
And her husband is...
Is it Joe Kell?
Yeah, Joker.
Oh, they moved to Dallas.
Actually, they... no, I don't know now if they moved to Dallas. But
back then.
yeah, back and forth. Yeah, but he owned the nail supply in there. You know, several, but he's one of the, nail supply that really go into the exclusive agreement with Luraco in Seattle. Yeah, but of course here in Dallas, you're right. In Dallas we also sold to.
Van family?
Van family.
Pro now?
Yeah,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I had no idea about this whole Kim stop because how we met, I remember you came to our office and you were asking for pedicure spot parts.
Correct.
And I just assumed at that time, okay, it's you're gonna build another pedicure spa, right? And then later on, I found out that you're building a kids spa, and that was my introduction to who Luraco is, and I gotta admit at that time I was like, a kids spa for pedicure, and I was fairly new to pedicure spa industry as well, but it just took off. So was that the second product? Or was that the third or fourth product?
That's the
after?
third product.
That's the third product. Okay.
Yes. After ChemStop is a chemical film extractor, we develop the dust collection. We call that Partigon. Partigon is dust collector. When they they file nails, that a lot of dust came out from the filing nails, and then we have a dust collector, attached to the nozzle attached to the handpiece and suck and collect the dirt. That's the second product, and then and then I realized that nail industry is huge, and at that time I have a good relationship with the several nail salon owner, and then I came out and I saw, kids also need to have a pedicure. Especially the girl come with the mom to the nail salon, and I saw that the kids when they sit on the on the adult pedicure spa, their feet not even touch the water. And then I said, why we don't have a mini pedicure spa for kids, and then the idea from that point.
And how old was your daughter? I'm sorry, at that time, Lucy.
Lucy at that time is about like 2-3 years old.
So was that the idea from Lucy or?
No, not from.
Oh,
Lucy,
no. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Lucy about 3 years old. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then I saw the kids at the nail salon that do the pedicure spa, but I wish that if the salon have a kid pedicure spa, that's much better for kids. And I said, thinking we do, and I tried to convince Kevin. I said, we do this because I think they need it. And say, like you said, kids spa? Do we need it or no? Why in kids spa? And I said, yes, I think, because this is new, nobody have it, and we should come up and then the idea from that, and we have to think, we have to have a colorful, it's a kids character, cartoon character, DVD player, something like that. Yeah, DVD player. Yeah, that's right. And the bear or and then okay, why should we do? And then after several drawing prototype, and then we came out the world first pedicure spa for kids, or kids spa. And you believe or not, our phone ringing day and night we couldn't even supply enough. People all love it, and they demand so high, but supply less, and like the price jumping up almost $2,000 at that time for the kid patties, almost $2,000. Okay, that's another successful product for Luraco.
Okay.
That gave Luraco the good foundation, financially, and to Luraco where we are today,
What year was the kid pedicure spa?
I believe in 2008, 2009.
2008.
2009, yes.
And so at that time, did you hear back from the government?
Yeah, of course, parallel, yeah, of course, yeah, very lucky. Our first research proposal award, yeah, we got funded. Yeah, first research proposal we got funded, very good. After I think 6 or 7 months after that, we got funded. And then at that time we work parallel, military and commercial. Yeah, yeah.
Vertical to one another.
Yeah.
Don't cross over at all.
That's right.
And so at that time, you're doing both separately. But what was the mindset or approach? Was it just, let's put out fire, let's, do whatever we can, or was it more structured where, for example, you ran Luraco and then Kevin ran the military business?
We divide both. Of course, Kevin, he in charge more about research and development. He lead the engineering. At that time, that we hire several experienced, great engineer, and then we running parallel. And of course, as the same as many startup company, we work day and night, so we can also, and then, both running as a parallel, vertical and parallel,
Okay. So now you're in military and then the nail business.
Correct.
Right. When did you shift or move into or expanded into the home use massage chairs?
You want to answer that
Was
question?
that about no, you had the i6 was already out when I came about.
Oh, okay.
Trying to go on.
I have 2009 as when you guys introduced the pedicure spa, and 2012 as the first home use massage chair.
2012, yeah, very much, you're right.
So was it, we have a pedicure spa that has massage mechanism.
Yeah, that's right. Let's do this. Okay, when I involved into the nail industry, and I realized, this is huge industry. Before that, I did not know, and in my family, no one involved into the nail or salon or nail technician at all. So of course, once in a while, when I feel gas, I look at the other side, see the nail salon. I went into shopping center, I see nail salon, but never pay attention. But after that, after the first and several products, successful product for nail industry, I realized this is huge, okay? And then what? People say, why Luraco, you don't develop a massage chair for pedicure spa? Okay. Massage chair for pedicure spa. And that's why iRobotic one, came out. Okay. And then iRobotic 2, iRobotic 3, okay? And then iRobotic 4 is for pedicure spa. And then you know what? I and Kevin thinking, we have everything. We develop massage chair for pedicure spa, work, 8 to 10 hours per day, 6 to 7 days per week. Why we don't develop massage chair for home use? That market may be also big and even bigger because demand is there. Right. Every house, every body love massage, right? So why we don't make massage chair for home use? Okay. After we have everything, we have engineering, we know vendor who can make metal supply for us, leather supply for us, and then now we just of course compare the massage chair for pedicure spa and the home use massage. Is home use massage needs a lot of efforts for engineering and a lot marketing and everything. So, but I think that is the opportunity for Luraco to go into the home use products, and then that is the first product bring Luraco to the really commercial and home use. That's why we come up. We got i5 and i6 and i7. Yeah, and you came to Luraco when we have a i6.
Right, i6 was just going out of production, and the focus was going to be on that product vertical, the massage chairs, while also maintaining the support. You haven't talked about the MagnaJet or the Durajet.
I just realized I skipped that. So the Durajet and MagnaJet came before the massage chairs. Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm sorry, could we backtrack and how did that evolve?
Yeah. It's very much from our client. When you get into it and they know our ability, they know Luraco develop product for military, and they say Luraco, I think there's several ideas that just come from our client. It's a nail supply, and say the big problem right now is a spa pump, spa jet. At that time, SonicJet didn't do the good job with the water seal. They have a lot of leaking. And that Genie in Canada doing good with the popless. However, the issue that the nail salon have to face with is a sanitization issue. And that's time that that CNN, NBC, Fox, and all focus on the nail salon because of disease and the bacteria transfer from one to other, and a very big case in forward that a lady got infection after doing a pedicure spa and she died. And the family sued the nail salon, and the media focused into that, and that's why our client, the nail supply, say, Luraco, what you don't develop the pump, something to have the nail industry to solve that issue. And then I start the product, the first pump. With the van here.
He was working with SaniJet at the time, right?
That's right. He
okay.
And then he with me the very first day that I and him went to the motor supply in Garland. We picked the motor, and then we study, we look at it. Kevin, at that time he focused on military, and I bought the first motor and then study, funny. But after that, he said, "Oh, Luraco, you just go ahead, develop it yourself." He say, his strength is a retail, but and then he say, "Oh, Luraco, go ahead and develop the pump," and then he will become the retailer for Luraco. Okay. And then Luraco, and of course that is also better for us too. So that's why we start Durajet 1, Durajet 2, Durajet 3, and then while develop Durajet 1, Durajet 2, and Durajet 3, we also develop MagnaJet. Parallel. Right. And MagnaJet is, the magnetic coupling jet allows salon owner to use a disposable lighter. And a very successful, another successful product, the MagnaJet.
Okay. So it was really a continuation of, the hits that you put out in the nail space, where you eventually decided, hey, we can add more. And it was just the natural evolution with the chair, the pedicure spa chair, and then to the home use chair. Okay. Now, was the I guess, how are the markets different between the nail space and the home use space? Because you mentioned earlier how with the massage chair, you not only have to develop the product, which was, it sounds like it was more complicated and complex, but also the marketing piece was it's a very big part.
Yeah, correct.
And with the nail space, was it less marketing?
Actually, yeah, for us, for Luraco, when, for nail industry, at that time, that because we have a unique product. First, we have a chemical film extractor and also the fan. When it convert 2-in-1, convert it become the fan to dry the nail polish, and then somebody already pay attention. We have a long list. Okay, I call this huge database of the nail supplier and customer client. Okay, and then. That's why, and after we introduce mini pedicure spas for kids, and then that's why a lot of people know Luraco or who make pedicure spa because it's new, never seen before. And they know Luraco already, and then it makes us easy to get into when we introduce new product. They say, oh, Luraco, the company make the mini pedicure spa kids, pedicure spa for kids. Company make the cam stop. That's why less marketing efforts compared to that home use massage commercial, right? And with the home use huge, and also competition, also huge.
I think being a Vietnamese American-owned company and the nail industry is predominantly Vietnamese, it was just a perfect marriage of a company that cared about its community.
And just the fact, so I guess this also goes to show that if you create a very, such an amazing product that fits a need that hasn't been in the market, people will gravitate and find the source, right? So with the home use massage chairs, I guess, how did that, once it evolved and you guys created, iterations of 1, 2, 3, the iRobotic, how has that been and how has that evolved?
Well, that's I'll take this one. That's been a kind of more of a challenge to bring to market, especially to the American consumer who doesn't have the history of massage therapy as so being important in their growing up years. So it is growing, but it was kind of a new concept. It was, and the first massage chairs that hit the market here, they just jiggled people. I remember this was well before I started with Luraco, and friends had a party and they had just gotten a massage chair, and everybody was standing around a lady sitting in the massage chair, and all the men were like, all it was just jiggling her. So it really wasn't doing something for the body. It was marketed that it would, but Luraco took it to a next level with making the massage chair being built on acupuncture pressure points and doing good things for the body, not just jiggling. Right. So completely different marketing. We still have the name brand recognition in the Asian communities.
Correct.
Because of the history of the company, the brand within the health and beauty area. And then the massage chairs, just that's kind of when I came on. The i6 was being replaced by the i7. And it was unique, and it was the only American-made massage chair on the market. It still is the only American-made massage chair on the market. So that in itself got attention. And we're B2B, so we work with dealers that sell to consumers. So those dealers, a lot of them are mom and pop operations. You know, they're not chains, so to speak. They are people that have passion and enthusiasm for bringing a good quality product to consumers.
Okay. Now, as far as dealers goes, would you say they're very similar to nail suppliers? As in, of course, nail suppliers, they sell it to professionals who then sell the service to the actual consumers. With the dealers, is it similar to the nail suppliers? And then they market it to the consumers?
Yeah, very much.
Audiences are different,
Okay.
but yeah, our dealers, and we have a kind of a wide array of dealers. Some take our chairs to home and beauty or home shows.
Okay.
So they do a
Fairs.
exhibits and fairs as you would. Some of them are targeting specific audiences.
Okay.
Some of them are just available, and they're in a region or an area that people are looking to sit in chairs.
Okay.
And they're serving that need. And of course, all of this was coming along as e-commerce was blooming.
Okay.
So we have a lot of e-commerce only.
Okay, so with the nail distributors, yes, predominantly are Vietnamese. It's a different culture. But with the, I guess, home use chair dealers, you also mentioned they're small business as well. Family owned or not family owned?
Family owned. I
Okay.
would say, they're small. So it's second generation for a couple of them, but so we don't have a mass distribution
Okay.
stream.
Is that more so just the industry? It's not set up that way, or we're still in the early stages of the home use massage chair industry?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Definitely, and then COVID came in and just turned the industry upside down for a lot of the small businesses that had brick and mortar stores.
Okay.
They had to shut down and do appointment only, so customers, that were used to just, driving by, seeing a store and walking in, couldn't do that anymore.
Okay.
So it's been a reintroduction, especially California.
Right.
It's COVID threw a curve at everybody, and not just our industry.
Okay. Because the thing is, what we've noticed at our company, we break our sectors into, you have the hair industry, you have the nail industry, you have the spa industry, and now we're in the tattoo space.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And of course, nail predominantly Asian, and then hair, spa, and tattoo, barbering, more non-Asian. But someone told me this, I guess a few years back, that the hair industry, the history, it's much longer. Okay. And so the market is a little bit more mature. So for the nail industry, just study the hair industry and see how they, how they moved and transitioned. Okay. Which kind of makes sense because we see that with a lot of the beauty suppliers, the hair suppliers, there used to be a lot more. And then you had Sally Beauty come in. Then you had L'Oreal, who owned SalonCity. They came in, and they started buying out all these beauty supplies. I'm assuming a little bit like the cable networks. And so I feel like with the nail supply, we're not there yet, but you are starting to see more chains. And then as they grow, and then you have the first generation retiring or selling off, then they either get bought out, you're going to see more consolidation. I don't know when that's going to happen, but it seems like it's going in that direction. So I wonder with the home use massage chair space, is it just, it's still relatively new, and eventually?
Yeah, I think in that example that you're giving, it is We're not in the newborn stage.
Okay.
We're kind of in the teenage stage right now.
Okay.
So it's going through its growth cycle. It's by no means is it ended.
Okay.
So it's got a lot of growth potential. And again, and you're probably seeing it with your business, what e-commerce is doing. And we, with our products, we have to protect our brand. So we keep our manufacturer's advertised price. We make sure we don't have any rogue dealers out there, giving our chair away so they can make a quick buck. I don't know if you have that with your
I mean, when you're dealing with e-commerce, it's going to happen. And so it's really, do you have the resources, and then setting that, time and resource to that specific task. Not every company has that.
It's a defensive posture.
It is.
But and we agree that the e-commerce businesses definitely have purpose and for both the consumer and the retailer.
Okay.
It's just making the balance, and we try to keep it we use the term a level playing field for our retail stores, to try to make sure that our dealers, one dealer isn't just undercutting another dealer, and the one that's got the overhead and the stocking and all of that gets left with inventory.
Right.
So
yeah, we definitely have similar challenges, to say the least. Okay, so I want to go back a little bit to Luraco as a company. Okay, how, when you guys decide that, hey, we want to move into a segment of business, okay, or creating a new product, is there a process to that, or has it been just, hey, this is a natural alignment to our existing product, we're just going to add another product to the existing product? What does that process look like?
Do you want me to answer that question? Or?
well, I'm going to talk about I'd like to try it.
Good. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So first, you have Tom and Kevin are inventors. They like to invent things.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had a picture of all of the patents that we have on the wall.
I see it, but now I have a much better understanding with the Mustang technology and Kevin's background, and this is part of the business back then. So
It is. And 40 currently 40 patents with 7 pending. So that's very impressive from two guys that came to America with $200 for the family. So they like to invent things.
Okay. Yeah.
So and Tom, I think I see him as the leader on that. If he sees something that, hey, we could make that and it would be a good thing for a nail salon.
Okay.
And a smart sprayer is what comes to mind. So it's a water sprayer for the pedicure basin that has a temperature gauge on it. So for the people that are germaphobes, and especially after COVID, that didn't like the nail technician putting their hand in the water to see if it was warm or not.
Really?
Yeah, right now, what they do is put the hair, when they mix the water hot and cold, and they adjust and they spray on the hand to feel the temperature. But I don't think the client like that.
Or worse, they put the client in the pedicure, and they've already started the water, and the client puts their feet in, which I'm one of these clients.
Okay.
And you pull it out right away. Oh, that's too hot. So they didn't know the temperature of the pedicure base, the water in the pedicure basin.
Okay.
So an invention that tells the temperature of the water in the pedicure basin. So
we developed that and we patented it. We patent allow. We got the patent for that invention too. Yeah. So it's a little compact, the water spray head.
Okay.
They have a temperature display on it.
Okay.
When, the technician, instead of a spray on the hand to feel the temperature, now they look at that, they can see the temperature.
Okay.
So
Is this product in the market?
it is,
or-
but
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, we introduced.
it's been
yeah.
just recent. Kind of
Okay.
COVID brought it on.
yeah.
Demand, is and now we're talking the shops, the
Okay.
pedicure stores or spa locations.
Yeah.
They want to keep their profits.
Right.
So,
But on top of that, because of COVID, we haven't spent any marketing effort on that at all.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
put that aside. If product is ready, we put it aside. We haven't. That's why you haven't seen it.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you are your company should the first one should see that, because you sell you supply pedicure spa part. But that is I wish that I have one here that I can show you. I have one in my office.
We could definitely talk about it later.
Yeah, later I'll show you. After this, we'll take a tour and I'll show you. Yeah.
so you mentioned before there was a need
Yeah.
for the Durajet, MagnaJet, because of the infections. Well, right now, there's not a perceived need, but there will be as people become more germophobic,
Right.
as the customers and as different shops want to have something special or unique that they offer that the store down the street doesn't.
Okay.
So, but it has not been brought to market.
Okay.
Yeah. And I know very soon that some city and state also require, because at the hot spa tub for public use, they require, the code is required, you have to have a thermometer to display temperature for the user to know before they put they dip their body into that, the swimming pool, and on the side they have a hot tub. Have the code require that it must have a temperature display. And the people question, okay, pedicure spa, also public service and public use.
Right.
It's just bigger and smaller.
Okay.
You're right. Just like that, just the size. Service is the same, but just the size. That's why now they're thinking about why should I know the temperature of the water in my pedicure spa before I dip my feet into it.
So is this gauge going to be on the base? Or is it just a device?
On the sprayer.
On the sprayer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So,
Okay.
so a perceived need down the road, and again in their entrepreneurial style, they've created something to serve that need.
Okay. So I guess, next natural question is, where do you and Kevin get your inspiration or your ideas? Is it, where do you guys get your ideas? Is it just you're sitting around, you're walking in a park, you're at a salon?
Yeah, you're come everywhere, from everywhere. And
I've
maybe,
also often wondered that. Where did you come up with that?
Yeah, some of them from, like I say, from our friend, our clients. They just say why, or can you have something like that? But of course, that's all. They don't say. They don't. Of course, they don't know how.
Right.
They say, can you have to solve that problem? Okay, and then they give us the need.
Okay.
And then we're thinking how. And and we invent something to have that. That's come from because we like I say, we're not really involved deep into the nail industry.
Okay.
But we have a lot of friends. We have and our client, the nail supply. They talk, and when they see the need, they also, hey, Luraco, can you help us doing like this, and then from that. And then
That's good. We're always looking for ways and how we can improve
Yes.
our products.
Yes.
And I think, one of the biggest contributing factors is always customer complaints. And that's where it's like, okay, is there a solution for that? And then finding a solution.
Yeah.
Send your complaints and what customers are saying is issues are to us.
Yeah.
And the minds that be will work on them.
There's
I know.
yes, but we have there's a lot of issues.
But I think a lot of times when there are issues, it starts with the quality of products. The quality of something isn't as good as it could be or should be.
Okay.
And I do want to add that Luraco makes quality products. So from everything from our massage chairs down to a small component, we never skimp on, to making a cheap product so we make more money. We make a quality product so it lasts.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, and you know that
We're a customer, so we know.
Good.
You know,
Hopefully you have that.
our vendor always say, Luraco, you so hard, you difficult to work with. You for example, I give you a handpiece nail reel. The handpiece vendor who make the handpiece for Luraco. And then, of course, our price is higher compared to other, and we ask why, and they say because you are so tough, your rejection rate very high. Yeah, in order to build 1,000 for you guys for Luraco, I have to build 1,100 or 1,200. I have to build 100 to 200 extra.
Okay.
In order to give you, the 1,000 that qualify. Meet your requirement.
Okay.
The rejection rate is very high compared to other. I say compared to any of our clients, they accept it, but you reject. So they say you're very tough. I say no. You know what? Luraco, we protect our name, even those. But this is our product for nail industry is commercial use. Commercial use. When you go into Home Depot, you buy the product. You look at on the label, say, home use, warranty, 1 year. Commercial use, 3 months or 6 months. They have two different warranty for two type of use. But for Luraco, when we develop the product for commercial use, like I say, nail technician use 8 to 10 hours per day, 6 to 7 days per week. That's considered commercial use, and they use the uses is they use a lot every day. But we still provide a warranty minimum of 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah, for nail industry. So of course we have to quality have a better quality control in order to meet that industry requirement. Yeah.
Okay. Just as a personal client of Luraco, I definitely stand by what you're saying, because how Luraco was introduced to us was more of the kid pedicure spas, but as actual users of the DuraJet and MagnaJet, definitely by far that's the best pipeless jet on the market, which is why we work with you guys. And but what I didn't know is, of course, all this back here. So, okay, so I want to transition a little bit, and outside of Luraco, this is going to be more for personal. If you could teach a class on entrepreneurship, what lesson would you teach?
I believe I will teach the course with the subject teamwork. The teamwork, I like that, because people say, people say, if you want to go far, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. But if you want to go far, go with a team. Okay, and as lead of in management team, I see that the teamwork, sometimes, I try to convince and help my people try to understand each other, help each other, something like that, So the teamwork make the people lead the work with the, after the day, end of the day, you leave your work with less headache because when you manage the people that if you don't have a good teamwork, actually you got a lot of stress. Yeah, there's a lot of stress. So, you bring home with that, okay? So I would teach that, okay, teamwork.
Okay.
But under teamwork, that of course is a lot. Understand your coworker, work with your coworker, understand communication, and how to improve the relationship. That's still a lot under the teamwork. Yeah,
Right.
but I like that.
Okay.
All right. When you are stuck or stagnated on a certain subject, okay, what do you do?
But in my family, that we are close.
Okay.
Yeah, we are close. And, I, of course, and then a company formed with my brother and my sister. So, I talk to my brother and sit down with brother and talk and thinking. And also, sometimes that I also consult with my parents. I still value my parents' help because I think they've been through a lot, in their life, also up and down, from normal life to the prison life, and also they raise us well. So when I got stuck, I consult my brother, my sister, my parents. That's just, and of course, sometimes that I also consult with my my friend also.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm very open mind and learn and also listen to it.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course we have to filter.
Right. Do you have any quotes that you live by or think of often?
Yeah, Philip, to me, the quote is simple and humble. Simple and humble. Live simple and act humble. That's me. That's me. Sometimes many people come here and say they don't believe that a CEO of Luraco, you are CEO of Luraco. And sometimes when I walk by and I saw people interview other, and I think, I may jump in, join the interview, hiring interview.
Okay.
And the people, I'm very happy, I'm very lucky that today that I have a CEO of Luraco interview me, and I never realized that, I meet the CEO of Luraco. I said, I have a time I really want to. And, in front of you, I also, when I talk to you, Philip, I like you too. You're a very humble person. Yeah. I don't know if you realize that, but, I found that, simple. I try to, I live with a simple life. Yeah.
What are some choices you've made that has shaped who you are today? Now, of course, every day we make choices, but are there 2 or 3 choices or decisions you've made in your life where you think back, like, if I did not make this decision, or if I went this way, I would be in a very different place than where I'm at today?
That's a difficult question, to me, that because, and broad question, First, when we came to U.S., before that I don't count, but, I make the right decision when I picked EE, electrical engineering. You're right, yes. And that's why it gave me a lot of opportunity for my daily work. I'm the, manage the company, daily manage the company, but I also have an engineering background. The same with my brother, Dr. Kevin Lee. he are the same. That's why, it helped us a lot. Because not only, unlike other company, the owner of the company, they manage the company very well. They are, but sometimes they lack of technical background. Yeah, but for us to lead a technology company, Robin know very well about, we train a lot of good engineers. We train with a small company. They learn a lot from Dr. Kevin Lee. They learn from me. They become a great engineer, good engineer. But what happened after that? Of course, we are a small company. We are no-name company. And a big company like Apple, Samsung, Nokia, Boeing, GE.
Nokia.
Remember, Nokia network still alive, still growing. Nokia mobile phone, now they gone. But Nokia network, they built a base station.
Okay.
Yeah, they still there. And then one of our great engineer, left Luraco and John, Nokia network. Yeah, he's great. And then, with the small company, we have a hard time to compete with the big company, with everything, the name, the benefit, all kind of thing. But when one or two key engineer left the company, if you are not you're not technical leader, you have a hard time to bring the company back to the normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, tough. But lucky that Luraco have two key engineers in house. Especially with my brother, I'm proud of him. He's very smart, and he lead well. Otherwise, you see, when I look back, Philip, I imagine how with the short period of time, how we can develop too many products. And besides that, we are innovator. We have submit a lot of patent applications. Like Robin said today, we have 40 patents, and we have
7 pending.
Actually almost 10 pending.
10 now.
Almost. Yeah.
See how quickly it happened?
Yeah. It come up.
Okay.
Yeah. It more. So.
So, one of the questions I wanted to ask is, what would you say to your 20-year-old self?
20 years old. You said so.
What would you say to Tan Lee when you were 20 years old?
Okay. That's another tough question, 20 years old, of course, when, really young, right? And then, of course, there's still a lot of learning. I'm the person that love learning, like learning. I learn, learning every day, okay? And that's why if I back to that, beside the education, I wish that I know and I learn a lot of things, how to maintain the relationship, how to, it's a lot, earn the, how do people say, the relationship or the friendship. And of course, when you look back, like Tan Lee, 20 years old, like 31 years ago.
Like, what advice would you give yourself at 20, knowing what you know now?
Oh my gosh, it's a hard question.
Do you want to take a stab at that?
I think I would tell myself that to enjoy life along the way.
Okay.
Take more pictures
Okay.
to look back on when you're 63 like I am now. So,
Okay.
just reflect a little bit more about the path has been good for me. So haven't strayed from it. But just enjoy life. And
Okay.
Yeah.
you
that's
never
right.
know when it can be taken away from you.
Okay.
Yeah, means my life a little bit different because at that time that I was in Vietnam, the very poor country, you're right, and that my mind still very thinking everything very small, because it's small country, small family, poor country, poor family, and then of course I wish that I know a lot at that time compared to now, but however, what can I do? That's the tough for me. That's why, of course, I wish that I came to U.S. earlier. Okay. If I came to U.S. earlier, so I think that I will contribute, and I will, have a lot. Better opportunity to grow myself, to help the country. Yeah, I wish.
Now, is that it?
Yeah, I'm guessing that's my favorite.
Okay. Hey, maybe we could do a round 2 in the future, but I definitely.
That's good. I think good. Definitely.
This podcast was paid for and sponsored by ShopSalonCity.com, the go-to online solution for hair, nail, spa, and barber salons that need equipment and furniture. Unbeatable low prices and fantastic customer service are just a few reasons why we are trusted by thousands of salons worldwide. Thank you for listening to the podcast, and join us next month. Have a great rest of the day.